love it. What about it?
Wait.
She's also a dimension-hopping mercenary hired by aliens to kill a mutated scientist called Paradox. So...
No, that her cosplay is Nira X. Wait, you cosplay?
Yeah, I cosplay Nira X at Moonfest every year.
How's everybody doing? It is, wow, it's Saturday, April 12th. April 12th. Where does the time go? Here we go. Let me get my headphone connections unwrapped around the chair. That would help me out a lot. Hope everybody's doing good today. I have had a very, very busy week getting things together for, and I've got the link in the description of the video. But we have got the newest issue of Nira X on the way, as it were. Here we go. Let me put this. There we go. This is an issue of number 2. The Kickstarter for number 3 actually has a pre-launch page that is up and running right now. And if you guys could sign up, that would be awesome. That'd be great. I love that you guys collect and read and support, and that's why I do it. Without you guys, I can no longer do it. I can't do the things. But on one of our auctions tonight, I'll include a copy of this variant cover of issue number 2. I actually just got this mailed to me from the publisher. Thank you, Tom, over at Committed Comics. And so yeah, I'm all excited about the new Kickstarter that is about to launch. Tentatively, we're trying to get everything ready in time to launch on the 19th. So I appreciate everybody's patience with commissions and everything right now. This past week and a half or so has been kind of bananas. Just getting things ready, and so I've had to really put in a lot of time this week into putting a lot of the extras. We got a lot of like really cool, fun extras that Tom is putting into the campaign. So as soon as we get things up and running with the Kickstarter, then I can get it back into a normal schedule again, because I've got everything mapped out, so that way I don't get burnt out or anything like that. So everything is good. Let's see who's in the room with us. Some person. What's up, dude? Glad you're here, man. Maurice, what's up, dude? Maurice is asking, and hello to our host, Bill and Kat, of course. And a big hello back to everybody out there. Tonight, I'm a lone wolf tonight, man. I'm a lone mouse. All by me lonesome. Cat Mouse, she's also had a very busy week. She's been coloring a graphic novel for. I don't know the title of it because I don't micromanage all of her projects. She's doing her own things, but she's coloring. I know that it's a graphic novel. It's like 80 pages, and it's for the company that we do a lot of comic book work for out in LA called Storyboard. So she's a busy cat. So it's just me tonight. So I'll be trying my best to bounce back and forth between the old chat and between sketching. Some person says hello. That is good. Very cool. Hey, some person, right back at you. I like all the hellos. I like that we got a cool group, man. I like hanging out with you guys every weekend. This is good. We're building a good little crew here, I believe. Vidarte, my friend. Buenas noches, my friend. I'm sorry I'm responding in Spanish, but that's as close as I can get because I'm Puerto Rican. I'm like half Puerto Rican and I'm half Irish, if you can imagine that mix. So I look like an Irish guy, but I speak Spanish like a Puerto Rican, or else my mom would kick my ass, and I would not be alive today to do the things that I do. Kevin, what's up, dude? Kevin says, I am alive and kicking, so I guess I can't complain. But the person I'm kicking might. I agree with you. Well, you're not kicking me, so that's good. I'm glad we get along good. Very cool, dude. Kevin says, so what do we want tonight? You know what? I was going a little bit towards, because every once in a while I like to change gears a little bit. Either do something on chipboard or do a brush drawing or do a colored pencil drawing. Tonight's theme is going to be red. I'm going to do a sketch, at least for the first hour. We'll do maybe we'll do something else for the second hour. We'll just take that as it comes. The second hour is usually reserved for Kat. So I know that late night, Kat is very much a day person. She's running very much of a day schedule nowadays. So doing things from 10 to 12 is actually kind of difficult for her. So Kevin is asking, what do we want tonight? Sinful sideburns, tempting teases, frolicking femme fatales. I do have an extra piece. I drew this yesterday on another live stream. I was hanging out with Red Valkyrie and our good friends over there. They were out there promoting, and I did this. So this is what kind of prompted me to be like, you know what? I want to do something in just red tonight. Red color pencil, very similar to something like this. And you know what? This might be our extra drawing. Here we go. Let me pull this back just a little bit. It's a good thing I got that little arm thing. It just pulls right back. So I think this is going to be our second piece that we will auction off tonight, if you guys would like to bid on it. So I just want to let you know ahead of time that this is part of tonight's activities. There we go. There we go. That way you see both things. So we're going to include the issue 2, this cover that's it's got no window dressing on it. It's just got the cool image with the girls, got the Cyber Angels on the front, and then we've got this cool vampy sketch cover that we're going to be throwing in probably in our second auction. So the first one, we'll do it like we normally do. We toss around some ideas, see what kind of sketch we come up with, and then we'll go from there. And I think that's how we'll handle it tonight. I think that's what we'll do. Kevin says, hey there, hi there, oh there. Nira knows where the time goes. She does. Or does she? She does make the time go by, at least pleasantly. Nymphs and dryads, perhaps? Some person says it could be Easter or the pagan version of it. This is true. We're still like before Easter, so we're still. Last week we did do like an Easter-centric drawing, so we'll have to see. Kevin says that cover has too much cyber clothing on. I know there is a nude version of that cover, I believe. Yes, there is. Yeah. Some person says Bill's doing a promo on Red Valkyrie. I know, right? I did a promo on Red Valkyrie for tonight. Imagine that. But just in true form, I didn't want just my static image up on the screen. It's like I'm always sketching and I'm always doing some art. So yeah, that's why I was sketching on Red Valkyrie last night while we're out there helping promote something completely different. So I didn't, but it was cool. Everybody's hanging out and having a good time. So I'm glad. Kevin says, I think Easter stuff would make more sense next Saturday, but hey, it's a group suggestion. This is true. Maurice says, speaking of bananas, absolutely. There might be a banana in tonight's piece. You never know. The bananas are good. Wild cards are good too. Let's see. Some person says, I like Kevin Green's idea, frolicking femme fatales. I do like some frolicking femme fatales. I do like that idea. I know. I like the word frolicking too. Let's see. Kevin says half Puerto Rican, half Irish. So you're like your beer spicy. Now, I can't take the spicy anymore, man. It's like they stole my gallbladder, and I was abducted, and they stole my gallbladder. So no more spicy for me. I gotta keep it more boring. Christopher Bouchard, hey, my friend. Glad you're hanging out with us tonight. That's awesome. Some person says get in touch with your Irish side. Get stinking drunk. It's not a bad idea. Kevin says, let's see, a gaggle of redheads in swimwear. Oh, doing a Sports Illustrated swimsuit shoot. That's a tongue twister. He said redhead. The first redhead that came to mind was like a Mary Jane situation. So you're starting to put pictures in my brain. So red letter day. Maurice says, try being half German and half Irish. I'm like a tiny bit German somewhere. My last name is German. Mouse. Mouse is a German name, but it turns out that I'm Irish. I guess the way it worked out back then, we're all Irish. Kevin Green says, I know red. Do something. Ooh, Darth Talon or a Red She-Hulk. Ooh, Red She-Hulk. I haven't drawn a Red She-Hulk in some time. That could be pretty interesting. A She-Hulk Mary Jane combination? That would be something different. We'd be traveling on new grounds. Red on red leather. I would go for it, Darth Talon. Yeah, Maurice. Yeah. I would agree. Darth Talon is also very interesting. Let's see, I'm trying to be holy myself. Half of anything would be, well, cheating myself, right? Let's see, you can always try smoky foods in place of spicy. Yeah, smoke. I think smoky's fine. Smoky foods is fine. And luckily, I mean, a lot of people that get their gallbladder yanked out, sometimes their diet gets really screwed up. So I keep it safe in the early part of the day, and I think by the afternoon I'm usually eating pizza and burgers and whatever. So it's like by the afternoon I think I'm pretty safe for most things. Let's see, some person says I see a door and I want to paint it red. I think a little bit. I got the song in my head now. Let's see, Kevin says, MJ, Jean Grey, Natasha Romanoff, Firestar, Red Sonja. My goodness, we're throwing it all out there. MJ in red leather, yes. Some person says, I don't know what the gallbladder does, so I'm guessing here. Let's see, the gallbladder, mine ended up full of rocks because of whatever reason. You get too much of whatever in your system. Too much junk food. It can happen with too much junk food or too much liquor. It's like I'm more of a junk food person, I think. So the gallbladder is a small little pouch organ that lives underneath your liver. It's kind of attached underneath your liver. And what it does is it concentrates bile that your liver gives it, and it just stores it there. And every time you eat something greasy or something that needs to be broken down, the gallbladder like literally shoots that into your system like as much as you need in order to break down whatever that junk food is or greasy food or fats or whatever like that. So without the gallbladder like doing that function, your body has to find a new equilibrium after that. So you get like a constant drip of bile in your system wanting to break something down. So it just changes your diet a little bit. It didn't really change mine. It changed when I ate the stuff I like to eat. So if I'm going to have a burger or something greasy or something like that, I just can't have it first thing in the morning because my body just woke up. So it didn't change me too badly. Overall, so I count myself lucky. Let's see, Kevin said, and that's our TED Talk about gallbladders this evening. Just so you know, our medical informative portion of the show. Let's see, Kevin says, leather, dominatrix style. And here I think tight, shiny latex. Possibilities, possibilities. I see some person says, I remember those special guards the Emperor had in Star Wars. Yes! Yeah, the Imperial Guard, the Emperor's like personal guard. Yeah, yeah. They are completely red. They might make their way into the background. I'm not really sure. Marie says, all those redheads in a room doing a private photo shoot. I kind of like where that's going. Yeah, the Imperial Guard for sure. Yep, yep. Let's see, now I see the Empire Strikes Back and those guards stripping it off. It's really like hot chicks underneath the robes. So I get like a really hot chick, but with the Imperial Guard helmet on. Let's see, some person says maybe something Barbarella. Possibility. Christy Han, what's up, my friend? Glad you're here with us, dude. All right, so you got a couple ideas floating in my head. There's right now the thing that's sticking the most as far as forming a picture in my head at the moment, we can add more to it, is the Red She-Hulk and Mary Jane doing something. So let's see where we're at here, and I'll do my best to bounce around back and forth with the chat. So you'll forgive me if I accidentally miss a couple of the remarks. I don't have an automatic reader tonight. That just about spoiled me. But see, what would Mary Jane and She-Hulk be doing? Would they be fighting? Would they be having a photo shoot? Would they be having... God, I kind of want to draw the Imperial Guard all sexy. Why is the Imperial Guard sticking in my brain more than Mary Jane right now? Oh my gosh. What's happening? What's happening? All right, I think... All right, we're gonna start with an Imperial Guard. And then we will see where it goes from there. Because at least I remember, without looking up too much reference or anything, I can kind of sketch out an Imperial Guard helmet. Now this piece is it's not going to be intended for inking. It's going to be as is for tonight, because with the soft rendered pencil like this, can't really put ink on top of it. So it'll take us a little bit longer to get the drawing done, but it'll be a cool looking, more finished kind of sketch. It's funny. It's like what I'm thinking of in my brain is like what my Imperial Guard action figure looked like when I still had it. And now we're going to know the truth, man. We're going to know that the Imperial Guards are really sexy chicks. This could be a Emperor Palpatine throne room scene here in a minute. We're gonna find out what happens. And like I said, I'll glance over at the chat every so often, so that way I don't fall too far behind. Yeah, let's get that Imperial helmet shaded in a little bit. I'll probably put in some like white highlights and stuff like that into the because you know these Imperial Guards are all shiny and stuff. So But we're going to make sure that the Imperial Guard is some sexy Sith chick. I don't know. Darth Talon might end up in the background of this thing because we've already started with this kind of Star Wars theme-ish thing going on. There we go. Yeah, there's a lot of little sketching on the edge here, but it's like the darn helmet won't look right unless I do it. So. By the way, if anybody is watching us on one of my Facebook channels, please come over to our YouTube channel because the chat is always synced better if you're just directly on the YouTube channel. And sometimes some of the responses or the remarks, they get lost between commenting on the Facebook channel and, you know, it's like, I don't know why that happens. Like Facebook is not really synced up, but I still broadcast to Facebook because there's a lot of people I might catch just scrolling by. And so it's, you know, it's worth it to get your attention. All right, almost done with this helmet here. Now I'll see what's going on with you guys. You know, just for the sake of the little visor, maybe I'll have to take. I wanted to make the whole drawing all one color, but I would like seeing the visor actually have some black in there. All right, we'll let that go as it is. There we go. I don't think I could pull off a sexy Gamoran guard, but a sexy Imperial guard might be totally possible. See if we can throw a little, sometimes just a little bit of highlight. Makes it or breaks it. All right, we'll just leave that there like that. And then we'll see where we go from there. Man, you said Imperial Guard is like a challenge, man. Like challenge accepted. All right, let's see where you guys are at. I won't scroll back too far. Let's see what we got here. I'll scroll back a little bit. Here we go. Some person says Red Hulk was captured and brought off planet. There you go. There's a premise. All right, so the Red She-Hulk has been captured and brought into the by the Empire. They made Planet Hulk just for her. Mary Jade's another redhead. Oh, that's true. True, we could do Mary Jade too. That's just, we're kind of sticking with Star Wars. I see that we're doing it. I don't know if you know that character. Yeah. I have to look up a little bit of reference for her just to make sure I get her little personality right. But yeah, it's a Google search away, so that's very possible we could put Mary Jade in there. I know Luke's a lucky guy. Kevin says, now I'm hungering for a hulka burning fudge. No red fudge. I mean, nothing. Kevin said, oh yes, Mary Jade is a redhead too. This is true. Some person says the YouTube channel is more fun. Amen to that. Maurice says, the helmet kind of reminds me of Cylons from Battlestar Galactica. They do, yeah, they have that same kind of vibe. They got that vibe to it. They're like one rotating red light away from being a Cylon. Some person says, boob window out of nowhere, I assume. Oh, yes, indeed. Some person says, thanks, sexy nun. Kevin says, you beat me to it. Some person says, I think I hear Kat. Hello, Kat. Now, unfortunately, she's not in the room with me. I'm all alone. Every time you hear this little in the background, that's my chair has got the loudest wheels in the world, and I've got the mic kind of turned up a little bit, so it kind of picks up everything in the room. Kevin says, now we have ourselves a red toaster with boobs. I wonder what model that would be. It wouldn't be one of the final 5, the final 6. Some person says, or no pants. No pants might be good. Kevin says, have any of you ever noticed that the sign saying no shirt, no shoes, no service, but they don't say anything about pants? Kevin, you found a loophole, my friend. That's a legal loophole. Put as many redheads as you want. We'll see how the hour goes. We're going to see how this treats us. All right, so I got him. I got you. Got the helmet essentially where it's going to be for now. Well, it's not like I can move the helmet. But this is how this is looking for now. Okay, let me lightly put in a little bit of a pose so that way we know where we're headed. Shoulder pads here. They usually carry those, I don't know what kind of stick, I don't know what they call those sticks that they carry. Like whatever photon stick or whatever. They're Imperial weapon, throne room weaponry. But let's see. I figure she's standing guard at the front of the room. I'm sure we're going to have She-Hulk and all that in the background. All right, so this is just generally where things are going to go. All right, just want to get a general idea for where hands and feet and guard sticks are going to go. And then we'll start tightening all this up. And unfortunately, we'll be keeping this YouTube safe. I don't want them to kick me off my channel. But it'll still be fun. It'll still be fun. All right, we got a general idea of where we're headed. Give her some cool little shoulder pads. I'm a 90s guy. I'm an 80s, 90s guy. I'll put the big old shoulder pads on her. She's a big, strong woman. That's how she got this job. She's got little tiny armor, though. I know that comes as a huge surprise. That I would put tiny armor on this Imperial Guard. Actually, no, I know it's not a surprise. Look what you guys made me do. You made me draw sexy Star Wars again. All right, let me just check the chat real quick, see where things are. Let me see. Oh, I think I don't have to go too far up. I think I didn't miss too many. Some person says, "Hello, lurkers." Hello, my fellow lurkers. Greetings and welcome. Maurice says maybe the black cat becoming the red cat for the evening. Anything is possible with our little show, isn't it? I'm always game as long as there's time and there's room on the page. Could be a thing. Let's see, Kevin says there was a red black cat style character in one of Jim Balant's Three Little Kittens book, but she's mega endowed. I think I remember that from back in the day. I think I do. Christy Hen says red cat chasing MJ in a bunny costume. That paints a nice picture in my brain. I like that. Kevin says now boingy 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 stuck in my head. Thanks, Harley. Some person says so many redheads in one place, they better get backup security. That's for sure. No, you boob safe? How could you? Kevin says big, strong, perky woman too. She is. That's how she got the job. Maurice says, okay, we need to get Bill hooked up with a Discord channel for not safe for work art time. You know, that's very possible. I think I need to learn some new things. I need to learn how to get on a Discord or do a thing. I know that I've gotten some suggestions before for different places that I can live stream where we can just do fun stuff. So we might end up doing that pretty soon. I'll get past some of the Kickstarter stuff and catch up with the commissions, and then I'll be ready to learn new things. Let's see. Kevin says she's wearing her plot armor. Some person says I thought those were diamond-shaped nipples for a minute. I know, right? Those diamonds are under the armor, I think. I like when you draw sexy Star Wars. Do more of it. Oh, thank you very much. Some person agrees. Mega endowed. All right, I'll leave that there as kind of a placeholder there. All right, I'm going to go back to sketching for a couple minutes, and then I'll I shall return to the chat. Let's see how this starts taking shape. I mean, all I can do, I listen to the ideas that we have, and then I start listening to the paper. And then from there, it's all up to the paper gods after that. And we see how it all comes together. Just figuring out how her little armor is going to work out for her hands and for her arms, because I want it to look sexy. I want it to look cool. You know, for her arms, I think I'll. It's kind of funny because, like, if I remember correctly, and I'm drawing it, so I hope I'm correct. The Imperial Guards have the same kind of like leather pattern as like Vader's outfit, of course, you know, red, but still has that like I don't know, that quilted square little pattern, leather pattern thing going on. So hopefully I'm remembering that right. Get our little armored gloves here, so she can hold her staff. Excellent. Got quiet for a minute because I'm trying to visualize where I'm going to be putting other elements while I'm drawing, while I'm kind of like penciling this in and kind of tightening up. I'm just like, okay, where am I going to put the other stuff? Where am I going to put the other stuff at? Where is it going to go? It's got to go somewhere. So we'll get this all figured out. We'll do it. We'll do the things. Wow, was my phone loud enough? I don't know. But I'm pretty sure it was loud enough. I'll look over at my phone in a minute. That little background music gets in my brain. Kevin. Kevin sent me reference. Excellent reference. You read my mind, Kevin. You know, I did hear from Ken. He is touring Tokyo as we speak. I forget what area he said. But he's here in spirit, my friends. I think it's really cool. He's Freaking taking a sweet ass trip. Yeah, I'm liking the way this chick is. This was a good idea. I'm glad that we decided to do this. I'm glad you guys put this idea in my head. As soon as you start spouting off some ideas, it's like it starts triggering like a million other ideas. So it's like it wouldn't happen unless you tip over the first domino. You know what I mean? Like the rest of the dominoes won't fall. So we're doing good, doing good. I like it when a plan comes together. All right, let me see. Take a tiny little break from that. Here, let me put this. Here, let me lift the camera up a little bit so that we get a little more of an overview. That way you see where the picture's headed. There we go. Okay, let me sharpen this pencil up. All right, let me catch up. Let me catch up with you guys a little bit. Oh my goodness, I missed a lot of chat. I gotta catch up. We need to have like everybody on speaker at the same time, like all 20 of us. Kevin says, "Let's see, Mighty Endowed is a character in the Teen Titan books." Oh, Starfire, of course. Doesn't listening to the paper sound a little scratchy? Yeah, but a lozenge, it takes care of everything. It's fine. It's like Kevin says, Starfire. I love how she learns new languages by kissing people. I know, that's a good ability. That's a good way to get that around. Some person says, I like the 80s hairstyle, Starfire. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, the more like the George Perez Starfire. Yeah, she's classic. She is classic. Some person says Bill's eyes are getting spotty from seeing so much red. Marie says, so her Schwartz is not bigger than mine. No, she's got like a closet pole or something. I don't know. Maybe it's a pole. Yeah, it's a pole. It's a pole. I said pole. Kevin says, sending a little reference to tease you. Yep, we got that. Some person says you're letting your Irish out with all these redheads. This is true. Kevin says, I thought you would like that. I absolutely do. I see Ken is probably touring the bars. I do want to take a trip out to Ireland. I think we might be planning something like that for like next year or the year after. So I might be visiting some bars, but I will call them pubs because it's Ireland. Some person says, let's see, I heard Rini's in Japan. She outsold her books at a con there. That's awesome. That's awesome. Always happy that she's doing good. That's awesome. I'm kind of jealous that I'm not doing a show in Japan, but that's pretty awesome that she's doing it. I love that. Some person says you need a magic 8-ball that gives out ideas. I know, we need a freaking like a roulette table, like freaking Casino Royale style. Just like see what ideas we fall on for the evening. Some person says, I think there's dice like that. They have symbols on them. Yeah, this is true. I think that 8-ball would say boobs on every side. I think you're right. You'll need another 8-ball for the butts. Let's see. The weapon is an electro staff. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you cleared that up. Oh, I wasn't sure if it was called a photon staff, a stick, a thing. So, okay. So we're good. All right, so let me get, she's got to be holding this thing, so let me make sure I get her hand on here like this. Because once we get her standing guard, then we can start thinking about who's going to be in the room with her. And then we'll figure out what's happening. Defiantly standing at her post. All right. Always good to have two arms. All right, let me give her a little sleeve thingy over here. Kind of give the impression that she's bending her arm this way. There you go. All right, so far so good. I was thinking about giving her boots, but I kind of like just the bare leg. I think it's kind of cool looking. All right, YouTube's gonna be mad at me if I don't do something for the Empire over here. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's see here. Let me catch up with you guys a little bit. Let me see. Let's see. Some person says there's a traditional way of getting ideas, the dartboard. Kevin says they also use a force pike, but that looks more like an electrostaff. And just think what she can do with something that's buzzing with electricity. Some person says for some reason the female guards get a different uniform. It's good to be the Emperor. Kevin says, I just heard that in Bruce Campbell's voice. It is good to be the Emperor. Let's see, Marty says, those are the guards' boomsticks. Yes! Kevin says, in that room she's in, it must be rather warm. So she's got an option, topless or bottomless. Oh no, you just erased my idea for my headcanon with those panties. No! The boom sticks. Twice the boom for the same low price. Well, at least I didn't give it straps. I think I'm going to keep it. I think I'm going to keep it kind of open. It's like it's space clothes. Like it has its way of staying where it's supposed to stay. I love space clothes. Yeah, I kept on debating about giving her boots. What do you guys think? I'll leave her legs bare like this, or could possibly give her some, like some thigh high boots, like up to here, like just right above the knee. Kind of like them bare. But I'm a Star Wars freak. All right, I'll draw the rest of the cape while perhaps I will get some feedback on her leg attire. So I got a little bit of a cape to draw in here, so it's okay. It's going to take me a minute. Good. Let the pencil flow through you. Yes. All right. Let me see. I think I got enough cape on here now. This is good. I think I have to pull the camera back even further. That way you get the whole picture. There we go. Like this, all the way to the bottom. Like a weird little angle, but you can see it. So I'll hold it straight like that, so you don't. There you go. Just looking good, looking good. Let me sharpen this up real quick. Gotta kill some of these red pencils. Jason, what's up, dude? Glad you're hanging out with us. Groovy. Marie says the safe and not so safe settings. Some person says maybe tattoos or birthmarks. That's actually kind of cool. I like that idea. Maybe have an imperial tattoo or a little something something. Kevin says a C-string thong? Perhaps. I think the Kegels the female guards are required to do are coming in useful. Yeah. She has no problems. Let's see, some person says, Red She-Hulk, where are your pants? Where are my pants? Kevin says maybe nice high heel sandals of a sort. Very open and strappy. I could... It would look kind of I don't know. Am I thinking of the right thing? Like medieval, like Roman, like giving her straps. I don't know. It might be. I don't know. It might be the wrong vibe. You think? Not really sure. Yeah, I'll leave her like this. I don't know about straps. I like the idea of putting some tattoos on her though. She-Hulk, your ass ate your pants. Let's see, Kevin says, well, considering her feet are cut off, why wear any footwear? Less likely to tear the sheets. You know, I agree. I agree. Let me see. Let me throw up some imagery here on my phone. They help me out with some tattoos. Yeah, let me get her. At least I'll get her like one imperial tattoo. I could put that on her leg somewhere. That'd be kind of cool. So I get the general gist of something here. She can have a little tattoo on her leg, or a slightly large tattoo on her leg. this, and then these stick out like this. Okay. These stick here like these. She's all about the Emperor, man. She's all about the Empire. I was thinking about the Mandalorian symbol that I could put on her, but she's not a Mandalorian. She's a Sith chick. She's an Empire chick. Looking good, looking good. All right, let me see here. Kevin says she's got a Rebel Alliance logo shaved into pubes. She lost a bet. I swear. All right, so we were thinking about She-Hulk being captured. We were thinking about Mara Jade. Well, let's take care of She-Hulk first, because she's the one who's captured. So if for some reason, if this ends up taking a long time and we can't put extra characters into it, I know for a fact that we've got a story going, because we've got this Imperial Guard and basically captured a red She-Hulk. So let's draw a sexy captured She-Hulk. A really pissed off She-Hulk. Give her a nice, a combination expression, I think. An expression of surprise because she's captured, but also so pissed off because she's captured. This will be fun. I haven't drawn a big physique in a couple minutes, so this will be good. She'll be good for me. Take a little break here. Come over here. Let's see. Some person says on her back, she's got tramp stamp that says, "Do or do not. There is no try." Oh my God. Yeah, that's definitely going to be canon. Some person says, "She-Hulk mad. Want Hulk. Want hug." I know hugs will cost her, right? Kevin says, "I see on her locker a sticker saying, I break for Ewoks." I break Ewoks for Ewoks. I feel this pencil doing weird things on me. You better not break in the middle of this drawing. I'll tell you that right now. I'll sue. I gotta get this drawing done, man. I need this pencil for the duration of this here drawing. All right, maybe she's in some kind of space shackles. Like this and like this. Like this and like this and like that, y'all. I love space shackles because they're so revealing. There's no wrong way to draw space shackles. And what I love about these drawings too is that these are combinations that we would never have thought of unless we were joking around. These kind of things don't happen in nature. You gotta bring them about. You know, I got to draw at least one Jawa in this thing before the evening's out. I can't draw anything Star Wars and not include a Jawa somehow. With my own personal rule. Yeah, she's looking angry. She's looking angry, y'all. Like I said, there's no wrong way to draw a shackle. This is why She-Hulk's so mad. All right, let me see where you guys are at. I don't want to fall too far behind. I'm over here concentrating on my drawing, and I'm just like, doo-doo-doo. Okay, some person says she secretly has a crush on Yoda. I can actually see the Game of Thrones level story that would be behind that in my brain. Kevin says, I wonder, does Red She-Hulk, Betty Brandt, know that there is no underwear in space? I hope her clothes can cover all that growth. Some person says that's part of the superpowers, like with Bruce's pants never exploding off of him. I know he's got the stretchiest pants. Bruce learned the joys of spandex early on and invested heavily in the companies that make it. Some person says she's being held back by triple steel vibranium. I forget what metal they got in Star Wars. That's okay. It's a lot to keep track of, dude. We have a lot of fandoms. We have a lot of things we like. Some person says, Kat might like this one. She likes the muscle ladies. Yeah, she might like this one. Kevin says, electro pasties. What a shocking experience. But why does it kind of tingle nicely, too? She's like, turn it up to 10, you wusses. You call this torture? Far in the back of the Emperor on the throne with his evil smile. Yeah, you know what? That's actually, I think we have to include him like way small in the background. I'm going to make sure that we leave like a little space. Leave a little space for him back here. Like somewhere back here in the distance. He's just like, yes. Do it. Do it. Do it. Stormtrooper. My lord. Stormtrooper. My lord. See, nobody can say that I'm talking to myself right now because I'm talking to you guys. I'm joking around with you guys. It's perfectly okay for me to have random jokes pop up in my head and I just verbalize them out loud. There we go. I was making sure that no matter what ended up with the drawing here, I wanted to make sure that the way her leg was and the way that this is kind of coming together, that there was some room for the Emperor to be back there, visible. All right. There we go. Now She-Hulk is happy. She got kneecaps. She still got kneecaps. right. All right, now I could put some little extra planning in here. And I've got the general gist of the main part of this picture. There we go. Weird things are afoot. All right, let me sharpen this old pencil here. I got to make sure I put the Emperor back there. I got to make sure. Kevin says, good, very good. Embrace the joys of the pink side. Chris agrees. A rare joke, right? Some person says, let the hate flow. I see you're way ahead of me. I'm seeing that escalator right now. Oh, yeah. Stormtrooper. My lord. Let's see, Kevin is saying to some person, you wouldn't want to see me when I'm angry, but you don't dare tease me and leave me unfulfilled. I will tear the station in half. All right, so I know I've got to have the Emperor back here in the background. So let me just kind of imply where, because She-Hulk's Red She-Hulk, I should say, I should correct myself, is on this here prison platform thingy. That's where she's at. That is where she is spending her day. All right, so just making sure that we have a good idea of what she's doing. There we go. Just want to give a little bit of structure to this little doohickey here. That way we know that she's actually on something. She's in space prison. Here we go. Just like to have some little details, little thingies. Make sure we know that she's on this little prisoner platform thingy here. All right, cool. Let me sharpen the pencil up. Need some sharper lines for Palpatine's going to be way smaller back there. Kind of chilling out. Kevin says, a foot? When did TMNT come into this scene? Yeah, maybe a small droid. Yeah, for sure, for sure. In fact, I'm thinking right down here. I'm gonna have a small droid. I got a little bit of an idea. You guys put some little things in my brain, and I can't. I have to make sure that I get them on there, definitely. But yeah, small droid down there somewhere. What is that droid gripping? A remote control? That's kind of good too. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, let's. All right, I'm gonna leave that comment up on the thing so that way I'm gonna do the Emperor before I run out of space here. So definitely want to have him smiling back here. Like, yes. Perfect. The little Emperor smile back there. This dude, am I right? Emperor Palpatine is the ultimate dirty old man. You can't even really tell. Like I got so close with the feet, but I was gonna put sandals on him. You can't really. You could tell if you really stare at him. If you know, you know. He's wearing sandals. This is sort of like a vacation version of his throne. This is not his throne room, but it's definitely close. All right, I know who I want to put over here, and then we got to put in a droid. We definitely have to put in a droid. I know who I want to put here. Yeah, we usually get. I was thinking that this drawing was going to take longer because we're doing more of a. We're not doing a loose pencil. We're doing more of a finished sketch. So, but the timing is working out perfect. So, this is good. Typically, we try to do 2 quick drawings because it is fun to see the drawing take shape and then quickly, and then be able to bid on it. But this one is You guys have inspired me a bit. So we shall see where this one goes. Look at this little guy. At least he'll die a happy death. Yeah, so we'll auction this piece off if you would like, and I also have the Vampirella sketch cover that I'm also going to auction off. So we'll do two little auctions tonight. So we've got the Vampirella cover. Showed you that at the beginning of the show. Something I drew yesterday on the Red Valkyries live stream, and I've also got a copy of Nira X Dark Seas #2. So I've got a special variant cover that I will also auction off. I'll probably auction it off. I'll auction off the two comic books together, so that way they keep a little theme going. But we'll finish this piece. I think we probably have another. Let's see, what time is it right now? Yeah, no, we can give this one another 15 or 20 minutes before it's all finished. And we still got to do a little droid in this one. And we still have a little bit of room in the background for something. So we shall see what happens. I have no idea why I'm putting a Band-Aid on her. She probably does not need a Band-Aid. But for some reason, I like putting a Band-Aid on her right there. Let's see, I think R2 holding a remote is probably the most insidious thing I could think of putting down here. R2 is just always up to no good, man. He's always having fun. He's always doing something. He's always a childhood favorite, so I let him get away with it. He's a good kid. There we go. A little R2 action. There's our boy. I've always liked drawing R2. I'm a little jealous of people who can draw R2 like mechanically totally realistic. That's always something. I'm always impressed by that. All right, let me go to the chat real quick, see what you guys are up to. Give my hand a little bit of a break here. There we go. Yeah, this picture's going somewhere. This is good. This is good. It's very good. All right, where am I? Where am I? Oh, I missed a little bit of chat. Oh yeah, I got to draw the remote control. This is true. It's true. Let me sharpen that pencil real quick. That was the whole point. Yeah. We won't say what the control is going to, but R2 has one. Love it. All right, I think we're doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Let me see here. Thingies like the Greedleys. Kevin also says, "Wow, we're going to have to have a little T Emperor, a little tiny Emperor. Platinum would be proud." I know he's small enough that he's basically a tiny back there. Christopher says, "Artwork looks awesome. Thanks, dude. I'm glad you guys are loving it. That's awesome." Some person, you are correct. I do love my work, but I also am eternally grateful that I'm surrounded by good friends and people that support my bad habits. It helps me get better. It helps me get better. So thanks, guys, for collecting always. Some person says the Emperor. Yes. Kevin says, I can see the Emperor, Skeletor, and Mum Ra hanging out in the bar. Yeah, dude, we got to put a pin in that. We got to put a pin in that. That would be a fun piece. Unhinged says, yo, yo, yo. What's up, dude? I'm glad you're hanging out with us, man. That's awesome. Some person says, Emperor Ming is my favorite. Yeah, I love Ming, dude. Mongo. Or do I just love mangoes? I always like his skull cap. The skull cap with the friggin' goatee and stuff. He's a good bad guy. He's just a good bad guy. Kevin says it's his private quarters just off to the side of the throne room. Yeah. Let's see. Kevin says, I forgot about Ming. Oops. He can join in on the festive drunken rambling. I was trying to read it real fast, and I swear to God, I thought you typed Festivus. Just for a second. Some person says that scene where Princess Aurora is being tortured and Ming is revealed to have been watching while eating a snack. That's the most Ming thing Ming can do right there. That's what I'm talking about. Christopher says, can't wait for the Zen comic to be in my hands this week. Absolutely, dude. It's all mailed out. They're all mailed out. It's all in the mail. There's only a couple of people that did not fill out surveys and stuff so that we have their mailing address, but we already emailed those people privately. So like if you didn't get an email, then you're fine. It's on the way. Kevin says, Jawa, I think he wants to bid on the auction of the newest slave. Oh, thanks, some person. I appreciate it, dude. Very cool, Unhinged. Very cool. I'm glad that a lot of us know a lot of us. I'm glad. That's really cool. Thank you, some person, for sharing that. Awesome, awesome. Check out Jason Bascom. Yes, absolutely. Of Unhinged. Absolutely, 100%. Kevin says Mara Jade and Darth Talon in a lightsaber battle. I think we're almost out of time for this one, but this is good though. I think we did good. I do want to add like a couple little extra details to this one. All the ideas you guys gave me tonight really came together good. So this is fun. Some person says that bra's made of the strongest material in the universe. Kevin says R2. That's not the remote. Remotes don't vibrate. R2 is kind of like Forrest Gump. He keeps meeting important people. He does, dude. That's exactly. I think Forrest Gump kind of like stole that whole shebang from R2. That's R2's thing. The material is called phanatonium. Thanks, some person. Awesome. Yeah, definitely. We need all the help we can. Is like sharing links and making sure that we basically peer pressure all of our friends into helping us and supporting us. It's the way. This is the way. It could be a strip club. I totally agree. Jason says, feeling Hoth, Bill. You know what? It was summer here. I swear to God, like 4 days ago. It was actually hot here. And now it's freaking wintertime all over again. So your comment actually hits close to home, Jason. It's close to home. Unhinged says, I was curious if Zen went out. Glad I didn't miss mine. Awesome, dude. Yeah, I'm glad you didn't miss it then. That's awesome. Yeah. They all got mailed out a couple days ago, like the very last shipment of books and things that we had here. So it's actually completely fulfilled now. And so all the Kickstarters that Kat and I were in charge of actually shipping out and doing ourselves, all of those are completely shipped out now. So thank God. It's good. It's good to have things finished. So, and thank you everybody for supporting. I mean, it's that goes without saying. So let me see. I got to put something up here. This is part of She-Hulk's prison. This is part of her Emperor Palpatine special. All right, so I'm gonna put this up here, maybe some loose wires on the bottom, and then I think we're gonna open this bad boy up for auction and see if you guys would like to take this home. Poor She-Hulk. She-Hulk has been captured. And this one is because of our red theme with the soft rendered pencil this time around. It is as is. And I may add a couple little extra details to it after the show's all finished. Just little things that kind of like tighten up some little areas and stuff. Would be kind of cool. So I got that there. I just wanted to add a couple. It always looks cool when you got like wires and stuff hanging underneath stuff like this. Alrighty then. Look what you guys made me draw tonight. Look what you guys made me do. All right, I'm gonna let that hang right there, and we'll go ahead and start the auction time. For anybody who's here for the first time, this is kind of our Saturday night thing. Sometimes it's just me. Sometimes Cat Mouse joins me, and we do 2 drawings. So we do a drawing that's basically it's a chat art jam drawing. Everybody kind of throws ideas around. We see what kind of sticks. We see what kind of comes together and what ends up sticking in my brain and what ends up. So this is everybody's ideas for tonight. Basically mix match. Look at that. The pencil straight up broke. This is live, dude. You can't break pencils live. Okay, let me grab another pencil. All I wanted to do is put 2 little scratches over here. There you go. Sharpen that pencil. My goodness, that's embarrassing. A pencil break live on the live. But anyways, what we like to do is we auction off the artwork that we came up with together, and that's our thing. That's what we do. And then I mail it to the person that bid on it. They send me a PayPal, and the PayPal comes to this right here. Whoever wins the auction. When I do a rough pencil, we always have the option of making it like not safe for work or safe for work. But with this kind of pencil, there's no erasing or anything to be done. So it's as is. That's why I say it's as is like that. So, and that's the way we usually run it. So I'm going to let this go for about 5 minutes. So it's 11:40 right now. We'll let that go for 5 minutes in case you guys would like to. And the only rule when you place your bid is you put down a number and just write the word bid next to your number, so that way we know that that's a real bid. And then keep in mind that we're going to be auctioning off a second thing tonight also. So there's going to be this Vampirella sketch cover and also an issue of Nira X Dark Seas #2. It's this variant cover with no window dressing on there. And so this is going to be the second little auction that we'll do, and we'll let that go for 5 minutes. So right now we're going to do just this artwork. We'll let this go for a little bit, and then we'll see if anybody would like to take it home. And if not, we'll auction off the sketch cover. We'll just go from there. Let me see. Let me go back up a little bit. Kevin says, "Hoff, that's a titty bit nipply." Pops, what's up, Pops? It's good to see you here, my friend. Pop says, I gave away a few copies of Threads today and my extra copy of Dark Seas #2 at the Grand Rapids Comic-Con. I was Pop's Van Santa Claus. That's awesome, dude. That's like, you know what? Right before the show, I did see some pictures on my Facebook of you at the show. I thought it looked really cool, dude. It's like you're visiting people at their booths and just hanging out, taking pictures with people. I'm glad you're having a good time, man. That's awesome, dude. Christopher says, can I ask how many total issues will be in the new Zen series? Okay, so the Zen series is it's called Zen Bounty Wars. And let me see if I have a studio copy of it here. I don't know if I have one handy. No, it's not right next to me, unfortunately. But it is a 4-issue miniseries. So there's 4 issues for Bounty Wars before we do something, take the story in a completely different direction. The Bounty Wars story is going to be 4 issues. Cuatro. So that's how many are going to be there. So number 1 is totally shipped. When we do the Kickstarter for number 2, which will be a June Kickstarter, I think we're actually going to launch it on May 31st. It's going to be a June Kickstarter for issue number 2. And if anybody missed issue 1, we're going to make issue 1 available for during that Kickstarter. So if you happen to miss issue 1, anybody else happen to miss it and didn't pick it up, we will have it available for number 2. But it is a 4-issue miniseries. Thanks for asking. That's cool. That's a good question. Some person says a Star Wars strip club would have some very interesting strippers. That is for sure. That could be a fun picture to draw, dude. That could be fun. Unhinged says, don't blame me. I just got here. I'm glad you're here, dude. That's cool, man. It was fun at the live stream yesterday over at Red Valkyrie. It's like, hopefully Shay will be back home soon. But until then, it's just me and Sai. Kevin says, Star Wars strippers, ooh la la. Some person says, Saturday Night Thing? You must be Patrick Swayze. No, I don't even dance. I don't. Not even move around. Kevin Green says, I'll buy that for $1. So, I mean, you guys, you gotta beat $1. You gotta beat $1. Kevin's in here for $1. This is much more fun version of Saturday Night Live. Kevin says, "Oh yeah, bid $1. Happy dance." There you go. He's got a real bid now. Thank you for sharing the link, some person. Awesome. Some person says it's a fun show and draw stream. Thank you so much. Oh, are you talking about the other draw stream, which is also fun? Yes. Pop says I'll be interviewing Mark Ditko and Mort Todd on Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Can't wait for that. That sounds like fun, dude. If you guys want to check that out, got the time right there. Some person says the Red Valkyrie art auction will be on May 10th, which is absolutely true. Cat Mouse and I will both be there. Thank you, some person, for sharing that, because I do need help reminding people about dates and places and things. So that is a huge help, actually. Unhinged says, yeah, we miss the Red Giant. Hey, Chris Dehan in his room with $3. And there's only like 1 minute left on the bidding. This is like $3, man. $3 for Chris. So I'm going to write it down right now. That way I don't have to scroll back up. This is going to go for a good price, guys. This is going to go for a good price. Nice and cheap. We're going to get a good little piece for the collection. Jason says somehow Palpatine returned to be gross. Oh, bro, he was always gross. He's always been gross. Very, very cool. All right, guys, I'm going to break out the keyboard because there is a delay between my voice and when you hear my voice. So we always depend on the chat only, the live chat on the YouTube channel, as far as the countdown goes. So we're going to give this a 10-second countdown. And right now, hey, it's Chris Dehan's in the house with $3. This could be like a record, which is awesome. It's like, we should have shows like this every once in a while. This is the way we do it. This is the way we do it. So 9. We're going to start the countdown up. 8. As soon as the field clears, I type in the next number. 7. 6. 5. Look at that, Chris in the room with 69. Thanks, brother. You're awesome, my man. I'm gonna write that down so I don't have to scroll up. Thanks, dude. You're keeping it real. You're keeping it real. Kevin says, damn it. Kevin says it's yours. All right, continue to count down. It's 4. He's being wary of the snipers. 3. Why is it going so slow? 2. There you go. 2. 1. And I'm going to mark it 000 to mark it as sold. Boom, and it's sold. Let me scroll up, make sure nothing else happened when I wasn't looking. Chris Dehan, please everybody congratulate Chris. He won tonight's bid for 69, which is, of course, the funniest bid. That's our favorite bid. You're awesome, dude. I'm gonna place this in your drawer. I've got a drawer here with other artwork that is for Chris. Thanks so much, dude. I appreciate you collecting, brother. I'm gonna set this right over here where it's gonna be completely washed out with light. Kevin Green says, congrats, awesome. Unhinged says, dope piece. Thank you, dude. Kevin says, it's worth every bit of that 69. Thanks, brother. Chris says, thank you. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Very, very cool. All right, and we've got a little bonus. We've got our bonus thing that's happening tonight. So I'll put this right here. I've got a Vampirella sketch cover, and I've got a variant cover for Nira X Dark Seas #2. Kind of celebrating the fact that we've got #3 right around the corner. Kevin says he's got a drawer. It's got a hole in it that empties into mine. Some person says, how many drawers do you have dedicated to bidders? I've got quite a few drawers dedicated to bidders and simply commission people and book projects, because we also do full comic book stories for as commissions. And then people have different plans for them. Sometimes it's for stories that we plan to publish here, like through my studio, or sometimes it's a personal story that's completely for the collector, for them to do what they want to do with it later on. So it's I've got quite a few drawers. That's why I always have to ask. I have to remind myself who I'm actually shipping a piece of art to or not, because, for example, Chris, who won the piece tonight, since he's got the drawer, I'm not shipping stuff out to him right away. So he's got a drawer that's like kind of collecting, as well as I think I've got 10 other drawers with just just people that are collecting and letting their drawers kind of like stack up a little bit before I actually ship it to them. So it's cool. It's cool. I love that we can do that, and it stays safe here in the studio until we all decide to get it shipped out to your house. So I'm gonna let this one go. It's 11:50 right now, so we'll let this go for 5 minutes. If you would like to bid on this piece of artwork, this Vampirella sketch cover, and also I'll sign this copy of Nira X #2, Dark Seas. I'll give you a little flip here, little thing, little stuff. So I will put this right here. That'll be what we're bidding on right now. And I'll let it go for the 5 minutes. Kevin says the comic book stories take a little while though. Does the impatient Sonic the Hedgehog foot tapping? Oh yeah. The stories do take a little bit longer, and I try to, it's timing it between other projects and this and that. So it's and you don't want to. My thing is I don't want to rush it and give you like not my best. You know what I mean? It's like I want you to be like, I want to be happy with it, and I want you to be happy with it. So some of our commission things do take a little bit longer, but like I keep my communication open. You guys can always email me anytime, and you know exactly what's going on. You know that I didn't like skip the country. I'm just not going to come back to things. Some person says if you make a green version of that drawing, it could be in 3D. It might be fun to play with in digital. That could be cool. I always love the 3D stuff, dude. High quality scan. Absolutely. Blue, I mean. Yeah. Yeah, the blue and the red. So you kind of do that 3D with like the glasses. Always like that. Like low-tech 3D is always fun. I remember we did a Zen book back in the day. I didn't draw it. It's like that wasn't me. It was actually Zen's co-creator Dan Cody. He actually drew a Zen issue, and they made it like the blue and the red, like the 3D effect with the 3D glasses. I thought that was really cool. At some point, I'm going to have to pull the trigger and do a book like that, because that would be it's a nice bucket list item to have. You know what I mean? It's like to know that I did something like that. 3 double D. Unhinged says there was a Jay Lee 3D Zen variant as well. I don't think I remember that. Do I remember that? The Chromium Jay Lee cover that we had. We also had like that same Jay Lee image done as just a regular cover. I was lucky enough to color that one. That was a nice bucket list item for me. The Chromium cover, I actually airbrushed it, and then like I physically airbrushed a big photostat copy of his artwork, and then we did regular digital colors for another edition. No Sam Keith, no. The Sam Keith stuff is always so fun, dude. I love Sam stuff. All right, we'll let this go for less than 2 minutes. So I'd say about a minute left on this one. And then I've got to see what, I'm not sure what the schedule is looking like for next week. I got to make sure to see what's going on to see if we're going to have our regular episode next week. Let's see, let me find out here. Let me look in the old calendar. Look in here real quick. All right, tentatively, we're planning on launching the Nira X Kickstarter on the 19th, Saturday, which is next Saturday. So it's very possible, unless something goes wrong with the Kickstarter page, which is why it's kind of tentative. There's a couple of things going on with the page, with building it. And I just want to be safe and let everybody know that, there's a possibility it might not launch on time on the 19th. So either way, something is happening with me on this coming Saturday. We're either launching Nira, or we're having our normal episode and then launching Nira a few days later. Oh, I see what you mean. No Sam Keith. Okay, yeah. The Sam Keith variant. Okay, that's why I didn't remember the Jay Lee one. Okay, you're right. Yeah, the Sam Keith variant. I do remember that. Yes, absolutely. Kevin says, anyone remember the full color 3D books? They used a weird clear lens that shifted reds and blues into different levels on the page. Yeah, I do kind of remember those too. Yeah. No. I remember those, but I don't remember like specific issues. I wish I still had them because those were always fun. Those were always a lot of fun. Kevin says, what? There might not be an Easter-ish sketch session? No Bunny Cyber Angels. Yeah, if everything happens according to plan for next Saturday, we should be on the Red Valkyrie channel with Sai doing a launch party. And I'm not sure what time. We actually might be able to do both because I think Sai wanted to do that launch party at like 4 or 5 in the afternoon, like to start it then. So if that's the case, then, when 10 o'clock rolls around, we'll still have our normal show here. So that would be fun. Okay, guys. Well, I see no bids for the sketch cover or the comic, unless I'm missing something. If I missed somebody, please let me know. All good. The whole point is just to have fun and kind of chill out. So, still, total success. And we had a lot of fun tonight. This is this is Bunny Cyber Angels. What? Yeah, I'm super happy you guys hang out with me on the weekends. We get to do this. Kevin Green says $1. Oh, you're bidding $1? Are you going to bid $1? Well, if you're going to bid $1, okay, I'll put it back up here. I'll do a 10-second countdown, and Kevin's because I'm a man of my word. I am a man of my word. I'll do a 10-second countdown right now because the time is technically up. Kevin says, I was just trying to give someone else a chance. All right, Kevin. Well, I'll tell you what, you got that $1 bid. And I'm going to go ahead and start a 10-second countdown right now with 9. As soon as the field clears, I'll type in the next number. Why does it take so long sometimes? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Kevin's in the room with $10. You're awesome, dude. Chris Dehan comes back with 12. Thanks, dude. You guys are awesome, man. All right, 2. Kevin comes back with 15. Field is about to clear. 1. And I'm going to go ahead and type in a 000 to mark it as sold. And boom. What do we got here? Let me scroll up. Chris Dehan in the room with 18. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome for these two. That's cool. Please, everybody congratulate Chris. This is our nice little bonus round, our little fun for the evening. Chris, you actually got the full package tonight. This is all you, brother. Awesome. Let me look up. Yep, I got the 000. Oh, Kevin, you came in with a 29, but it was a little bit after the sold thing. Unhinged says, nice get. Let's see here. Kevin says, good job. You are a sniper. Yeah, I only go off of the YouTube chat. So Kevin's came in just right after the sold. That was all yours, Chris. Awesome job, dude. Maurice says, nice grab. That's awesome. Some person says art from Bill's red period. Christopher says, question, how's the commission going? It's coming along good. It's a little bit, I had to go slow this week because we're doing a lot of things to get ready for the Nira X Kickstarter that's coming up. But I'm going to get right back on the list again. So it's coming up soon, Christopher. I see yours on the list, like right in front of me. So yours is coming along very, very good. So just remember, you can message me anytime. You can ask me questions right here in the chat. Totally cool to do that, man. Totally cool to do that. Kevin says, you beat me by a second. I know, right? I'll say my red era. Maybe not my red period. You guys are awesome. Very cool, dude. Yeah, definitely, man. Congratulations, dude. Awesome, awesome. All right. All right, guys. Well, I tell you what, this has been a good Saturday. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Like I said, next Saturday, I'm going to have to post, and you know what? I'll have a video link, or I'll have a Facebook post. I'll have some way of posting what's going to be happening with the Nira X launch next Saturday. As far as I know, I think it's going to launch like at 4 in the afternoon. So I think we're going to have both shows on Saturday. So I don't think anything's going to conflict with anything else. So everything should be fine. I'll post it on all my social media. And if something weird happens, I'll make sure to make a video so that way you can just come right here to the YouTube channel at 10 and you guys will know what's going on. Other than that, thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you guys have a great Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And we'll do it again. Have a good one, guys. We'll see you again soon.
Good night, Seattle.